Hey guys, welcome back. This is Noah, and I'm playing the game Duality. We're on week 10 right now. There was no week 9. Um, I accidentally broke the build, blamed it on Game Maker Studio, and couldn't work on the game from last Thursday to Tuesday. I don't think I fixed it until Tuesday. Um, so but there were a lot of updates, so sorry I didn't get a video out last time. Not that really any of you probably care, but I just want to, I don't know, stick to my goals and my schedules, I guess. For those who do care, I am deeply sorry. So as you can see right away, there's a lot of new sprites. One of the biggest updates is new sprites with the 8-bit art style. I've been showing some of you guys on Facebook. You guys have been giving me good feedback. Um, and yeah, so right now there's two colors. We have plans maybe to pick some other colors and change through them over the course of the game. But this is what we got right now. So let me know what you think of these sprites. There could be a bug where I mean, the game could completely crash because I haven't played the game really much like past wave 5 since putting the sprites in, so we'll see how it goes. Um, so also I put in 5 options here just because I put in some new upgrades and I wanted to play around with, is the game more fun with more options or less options? I'll probably go back down to 3 or maybe even 2. Um, but you can also see it. There's some new ones like this wrecking ball and a dodge. I'm gonna get a dodge. As you can see, the sprite isn't right for the dodge. It's because it's the old crappy sprite that I drew. Um, and you can also see this yellow bar up here. I'm gonna move it later, but it's basically your energy bar. I found that playing the game, you would just hold down the fire button constantly and never let it go. And it's like, why even hold the button if you're never going to let it go? So now I've made it so it costs a little bit of energy to fire and more, of course, to dodge or lay a mine. Um, Better spikes. I think that was in the other week, but that's basically when you get hit, you leave a little spike trap. And the wrecking ball can also leave spikes, so that combines pretty well. Vampire shots, you get healed when you shoot things. The little monkey paw is your shots are slightly weaker, just like more penetration. So it gives you a bonus, but it's not too much of a bonus. So you have to be a little bit, you know, think. Um, I like this game is turning into something that, oh, look at this yin yang background. That's cool. There's like, sorry, I'm gonna pause the game and just look at how many backgrounds there are. I knew it. There's over 200. There's 215 different backgrounds right now. Of course, none of them, I don't have the rights to any of them. Someone could probably sue me, but no one has yet. But eventually I'll figure out what to do for a background. Like a lot of the backgrounds don't really work with this 8-bit art style. Um, so it will probably I'll decide on an art style eventually, and I had a lot of these. Energy recovery rate is really good to get up because your energy goes down more with more shots that you fire. Like it goes down twice as fast now with 2 shots instead of 1, for example. I also put that in to take out how overpowered better rate of fire was. So I actually haven't beat the game since putting in the energy thing. Sometimes it's been a little too difficult, um, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a this game making this game is a constant balancing act. You put in a new feature and then you have to rebalance things. You throw in new sprites and you have to rebalance things. It was constant adjustments. And it seems like the more features I add, the more rebalancing and adjustments I have to add to make things feel right again. So it's exponential in its own way, just like many parts of the game. So I'm sorry if I lose track of what I'm saying and don't finish thoughts. It's kind of hard to talk and play the game at the same time because this game is actually pretty challenging, both intellectually and I guess reflexively. So some of the sprites aren't exactly right either. Like this guy, that's actually a gnat. They used to have a really simple pattern, but I uh, I made it so the gnat has like because the guy who made the sprites, I'm just gonna say his name for future when more people look at this video. Pixel Paul, go check him out on Fiverr. Ask him for sprites. He's been really good. Um, he gave me all these sprites, and some of them I didn't have an enemy for, and so I just threw the extra ones in for the gnat. So the gnat has like 5 different bodies, I think now. I have there's mainly 2 artists that I've continued working with to make stuff, and which is like 2 different styles mainly. I was trying to decide honestly if I want to do pixel art, low resolution pixel art, or high resolution pixel art, and then or painting, like high resolution uh, designs that aren't pixel art but more as like a hand painted drawing. And we're seeing how that's going. It's not as far, but the paintings are pretty beautiful, so it's still promising. So the energy, or sorry, the look could change, but I really like this update. It feels fresh. Oh my God, see, that ant is so huge. He should not be that huge, and he shouldn't even have that sprite. So already you can see me messing up, and that's really not uncommon. Um, I really don't want that ant to get me. That's another wing style, actually, Pixel Paul. If you're watching this, just like flashing like that is another way to maybe consider doing it. But you're the artist, not me. With all the pixel, oh my gosh, how much health does this ant have? Oh, I'm healing him. Okay, so the ant is messed up. That's probably gonna bite me in the butt a lot later on. Oh well. Let's get a wrecking ball. So check this thing out. This thing, I've been thinking about it honestly for years. I've kind of always wanted to implement one, and then thinking about it for you know weeks since making this game because I was like, well, I could put a wrecking ball in. That's always been in the cards. Um, but when I finally went to go program it, it was a lot easier and it went a lot smoother than I was expecting. I got it done in just, a few hours, and it's turned out really good. It's based on the movement of, the physics of springs. So basically, it's like a spring attached one end to the ball and one end to the bug, and oh my gosh, oh, that was way too fast. Now I want to restart, but I'm not going to. So when you die, you get to say something for the high scoreboard. You could say your name, or you could be immature, um, or you could say, you know, giant ants. That's what got me. So this is the scoreboard for. There's actually 2 different. I'm trying a lot of different weird things. Another one of the. Sorry. One idea at a time. There's 2 different high score lists. One for game overs if you didn't win, and one for wins. Um, And one of the other weird things I'm trying is the controller vibration. So the controller vibrates now to let you know if you're dying, which has been immensely helpful. And for a while it was you get hit and the controller vibrates. And it, sorry, you get hit and the controller vibrates, or mines go off, or you collide and the controller vibrates. And the more damage that happened, the more the controller would vibrate. That ended up being useful, but what seems to be an even better idea so far is the controller vibrates depending on how much health you have. Because even though I have this health bar, and watch the health bar over the end over here, even when you get hit, it even like kind of flashes to show you the health that you're losing. You still don't end up paying very much attention to it just because there's so much other stuff going on the screen. So the haptic feedback of you're feeling your hands vibrating just a little bit if you're only a little bit hurt, or a lot if you're really hurt. That's actually helped a lot in knowing how damaged you are, how soon you're gonna die. One of the problems of the game balancing still is, dang, I don't know why that guy seemed to have so much health. Um, One of the problems with game balancing is still, it's when you die really fast. You're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't even aware I was getting shot, or like you see the threat coming and it hits you before you can even get ready, and then you're dead. So there's some things I have to polish, smooth out, make the game a little bit more fair. Because I want the game to be challenging, but never unfair. Blast Crackle, that was one of the new ones. It's like when it goes kaboom, it goes kabloom again sometimes, and the kablooms are any secondary or tertiary or whatever kablooms are the golden ratio size smaller. So yeah, these are the new bugs, and I can already tell there's actually most of them are fine, but it is a little bit confusing potentially to have some bugs with a lot of blue in them, like these flies, and then it's like, well, do you hit them with red or blue, or whatever these colors are? Oh shoot, see that? That bee almost got me. And see, that was a bee, but his sprite wasn't a bee, and so there's lots of things like that, but they'll be fixed soon. So yeah, my controller is vibrating a moderate amount right now, letting me know that I'm hurt, which is pretty useful. Because when your controller is vibrating, then it's like a reminder to, oh, go absorb some stuff. I wanted that to be a key feature of the game, that you have to go absorb the opposite color. You shouldn't just be thinking about shooting the entire time. Part of the strategy should be absorbing the same color, sorry, not the opposite color. Getting those, the opposite color things. And another thing I wanted to focus on was, since the game was so much before just hold the button down and fire the whole time, I wanted to add some different attacks, different ways to attack. I have 8 level power-ups. More damage. I'm going to be really strong. This is going to be good. Alright, yeah. So I have the Wrecking Ball to do damage, which kind of combines with the spikes. You can just run into things for damage. I would show you with this ant, but if you run into the ant, you actually lose control. Here, I'll show you. He gets on you, the sprite changed, at least it changed back. And you lose control for a little bit when an ant gets you. He could send you into other enemies. So if I just, boom, hit him like that, I do damage. more damage if I'm physically stronger. And then, dang, these guys are good and annoying right now. And then the Wrecking Ball will do pretty much the same type of damage, it's just hitting them. But it can also explode if you get that power up. And that explosion, if it's the opposite color, will hurt them more. I don't have Wrecking Ball explode right now. What else? What else? Oh yeah, dodge. So I can go like this to dodge attacks. Like, whew, see, I went right through that bullet. And that time I didn't quite get it. I only have level 1 dodge, so it's not very good right now. But I wonder if I made him the wrong color or something. It seems like some of these guys I'm healing when I should be hurting. So I probably messed up. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys all the new updates and see if I can play this game and beat it in front of you. I probably can't, to be honest, but I can try my hardest. And I'll do better than last time. Oh, and I totally forgot music in the background. So this is Yuji Ono, a Japanese artist. I've been doing a lot of listening for music for the game. I'd say I'm pretty bad at this job, but it's been helping me discover a lot of cool music. Like I said, this is a Japanese artist from 1981, this album is. And to me, I hear a lot of other Japanese video game music in this, so I think that it inspired a lot of other music, which I find fascinating. Like Chrono Trigger, I definitely hear Chrono Trigger in this, so just check it out with me. Alright, I got Wrecking Ball explodes. Homing has been pretty nice, even though it reduces damage. Here, we'll get some Wisp Wave. Because they have that wave, the extra energy, it does a little more damage. Do some vampire shots too to help stay alive. So I wonder what happened with that ant. I wonder why it doesn't have the right sprite, but could be anything. Oh yeah, so I'm healing them. I gotta shoot red ants with red bullets. I know it doesn't make sense. This is a bad video, Noah. Bad video. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Wrecking Ball heavier. Every bug has a mass in this game, and so does this ball. And so like when I hit this bug with this ball, the ball and the bug react differently depending on what the mass of the objects are. And some bugs I've said are unmovable. That was a gnat with a big sprite, so he has low mass. He gets sent flying pretty hard. That's a gnat too. I call them gnats because that's what they are underneath the sprite. Like, I'm gonna send him flying. Boom! I actually got him. Alright. So, yes, so this guy's unmovable. So when I hit my my Wrecking Ball on him, the Wrecking Ball just kind of ricochets off of him. I probably can take off the unmovable stat on that guy, but it was causing some issues with the boss if you could move him around too much. So I made him really heavy. I could still do it, and then I made him unmovable. I'll probably keep playing around with that. Dang, I'm actually doing a lot of damage to him really fast. Usually the bosses are really challenging now, which I like. Let's see, I'll do some more penetration. That always works good for the big guys. We'll do Wrecking Ball bigger. Actually, we'll get some spikes on the ball. So when the Wrecking Ball hits something, it leaves spikes, which do damage again, basically. And we'll resist parasites because when this guy hits you, he gives you parasites. I think I explained this already, but those things on his head are actually parasites. And I might even have I have one ending in the game right now. I might do another ending just because of this guy. where you find out that parasites have caused all these bugs to go crazy. And that's why you're killing all these bugs, is because they're all infected with parasites. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, ending 1 right now that's in the game is kind of a trippy thing where you go through this like spiritual awakening and you find out that you're just, you know, part of a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth and fighting, and you have to merge with your opposite to win. And and then in the parasite ending, it's revealed that uh, you were uh, just on parasites and you imagined all that or something. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just an idea. I have no idea. It's just an idea. Um, so yeah, the story has never been important really in this game. It's a lot more about the gameplay. I think the gameplay is always the most important thing about a game. Some people even say that the story in games is really one of the. It shouldn't matter. Like, video games are not a place especially suited for story. It works a lot better in movies and TV shows. I kind of disagree with that statement. I think some games it can be really good as a form of art to have an interactive story, because every video game basically is interactive and no movies or TV shows are. But I can kind of see his point in that games started as all about gameplay, and over time, uh, I'm just gonna turn down the music a little bit because I can barely hear myself. Um, the Anyway, it was Jonathan Blow who said that, the guy who made Braid and The Witness. And funny that he said that, because the story in Braid I think is one of the best because of that twist at the end. So I don't know. But I do agree that story has its place sometimes. It doesn't have its place sometimes. Some games, like Destiny, is notorious for this, in my opinion. Um, they claim to have a story, but every story is just about go somewhere, shoot some guy. And so I don't think that's a very good story, to be honest. This fly through is another thing. I'm gonna get fly through top and bottom later. This one is more optional, but it allows you to screen wrap basically. You go over the left side of the screen, you pop out the right, kind of like Pac-Man. And it's like a useful thing to kind of dodge attacks. More wrecking ball stuff. I don't know. My main attack feels kind of weak right now. I should have a decent dodge. I think I got 2 of them. I have a lot of ideas about how to improve this screen, but after doing some art myself, I might just wait until I have another artist do it, because it's kind of a waste of time for me to do a screen and put a bunch of effort into it if it's going to be redone soon. But I have I guess I should say, ideas and drawings about what it should be like. The actual implementation will be kind of tricky. A lot of circles, basically. Kind of like a circle grid system of seeing what upgrades you have and what to upgrade next. Also, another option is if you have like 3 upgrades stored, then you could see up to the next 3 upgrades. That way, because everything is exponential, maybe you see better bombs 3 times, and so you know to get, hey, maybe I'd rather have better bombs 3 times, because that means I have like 6 or 7 times better bombs, not just 3. Because exponents. Yeah, it's the bass in this song that really reminds me of games like Chrono Trigger. It doesn't fit with the game, of course. I gotta find more music that fits with the game, but I found this while searching for music that fit, and oh, the ant got me. And another one got me. And I'm gonna die. I need this health. Give me some health, guys. Shoot me. See, this is another strategy now. Now that I can be the same color as them and damage them, I can get health from them. All because my wrecking ball. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with key. I'm gonna have to rename things. This ant is blue. Got an ant on me. Another idea I'm playing around with is, well, a couple of them. Maybe all these bugs are... Man, he must be red. Because I can't... Maybe all these bugs are, like you start the game in a swamp, like a dragonfly usually starts his life. And you move into the jungle, and then eventually it kind of just gets more and more exotic. Then you're like in the sea or the sky, probably the sky, and then it gets like abstract, and you're flying around, and uh, some of these backgrounds that are very abstract and spiritual, and the voice in the back is talking about, you know, all this spiritual stuff. Okay, so I just can't tell what colors the ants are when they come. I'd have to shoot them to find out. Um, oh, I stopped talking. Whoops. Um, let's see. My energy recovery rate is a little too good, I think. Need to balance that a little bit. Oh, I already got a two-way. Oh well. I guess my energy rate is not very good. I lied. I'm like constantly out of energy now. So if you run completely out of energy, you can't fire anymore. If you don't have the energy to do what you need to do, you can't do it. And if you have 7 shots instead of 1 shot, it takes 7 times more energy, so you gotta balance your build. Maybe get good at some melee attacks. There's a melee that I'm trying to put in the game. I haven't done it yet though. There's an upgrade for it, and it's like unimplemented. I also wanted to figure out more ways to play the game without just filling the screen with projectiles, because that's turning out to be very limiting. Because once you hit a certain number of projectiles, you can't really upgrade anymore without the screen just being full of projectiles. And it's kind of unfun that way. I'm gonna try to absorb some shots from these guys, get some energy. Yeah, this song sounds very Japanese, townsy, or maybe even Ghibli movie. Oh, I found out that this artist was, he did the soundtrack for that series. What is it called? Lupin the Third. I actually never really got into it, but I thought that was pretty cool. Paul, I didn't replace the butterfly because they have a certain code thing that's like wing up or wing down, and so this It just wouldn't be super easy to replace a butterfly right now. We're gonna need some fish sprites. I think eventually we're gonna need a lizard sprite. We're gonna need some tree sprites. We're gonna need a bird sprite. A lot of sprites. Another idea, I'm gonna grab some of these. Oh yeah, that's feeling good. Is that maybe instead of being bugs the whole time, you kind of ascend. Like you start as cells and all of the stuff happening is basically the same, but everything are tiny microorganisms like viruses and bacteria, and then you become like multicellular organisms, or maybe you just go straight into bugs after that, and then maybe after that you go into birds, and maybe after that you go into something else. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. Dodge, I'm not using that. Let me see if it hurts them. Yeah, it seemed to. So other bugs should get hurt by my dodge if I have dodge attack. I can't remember if I got it. I gotta put that on that screen. Seems like I don't, but I have a pretty good long dodge. I can dodge and then stop my dodge prematurely like that. So it's like you don't get hit, and then you can kind of decide how long that invulnerability lasts with dodge. You can't spam it either. A, because it takes energy, and B, because it takes time before you can dodge again. And you gotta kill the enemies. If you don't kill the enemies, you don't get the experience. If you don't get the experience, you don't level up. Let's see. Do the mines pulling enemies. It's a little janky right now, but it can be helpful with killing groups of enemies, because when you lay a mine and it blows up, it brings in all the enemies based on their weight closer to the bomb. So I thought that having some red in the blue sprites and some blue in the red sprites would be a problem, but it's actually pretty easy to tell which ones are blue and which ones are red, to me at least. But I think probably no, the sprites are really good. But they might need to be a little bit more distinct and have a little bit more size variation in the future. Might do higher resolution sprites in the future too. I think I already said that, but this is a big improvement. Absolutely. So yeah, 10 weeks in. Do I have any new enemies or bosses? I don't think so. Well, honestly, I haven't been thinking about it too much, but about new enemies. But um, I do want to put in probably an electric eel. That'll kind of be like if you remember the boss from Gradius, who's the flying fire snake dragon guy. Probably be like him a little bit, where he's a huge boss. He takes up a lot of the screen. He goes up and down, kind of like the fish. Um, and he'll give you the electric power up because he's an eel. But he's kind of one of those guys who his body becomes an obstacle that you have to watch out for. Like he's long, so part of his body will be like, say, up here and down, and then up here, and then down, and then up here, and then his head will be like right here, shooting things at you. So yeah, he's coming eventually, probably. Um, I think I said a while back that I wanted to complete the game. I think at the end of 8 weeks, I was like, yeah, one more month and I want to try to release. And it's been 2 weeks. And I did some serious thinking about everything that needs to be done and how much time it could probably take. And I think best case scenario actually is I'm 2 months away from releasing now. Um, and that's if I, kind of just depends on how unreleased I decide to release the first version of the game. I don't like that philosophically, but it could be pretty good in getting some early people playing it, more feedback, and word of mouth, because I think that's how I'm going to market this game. Um, give it more time to that, and it'll be in time for the Steam sale, winter sale. If I release it just after Christmas, I'll miss the sale. I'll miss when people are at home playing video games for 2 weeks or whatever, and so I think I wanna get some pretty sweet art in this game, a couple more bosses. I got a big list of things, but um, a lot of work to do in this game still. Polish it up. Now it kind of goes Pink Floyd too. This is the same guy still, same album. I have 9. Maybe I will beat this. I'm doing pretty well. I should have got Wrecking Ball. I keep picking things without reading them all. We'll do better bombs. Uh, less damage to me. Probably absorb more, so I get more key and more shot energy when I absorb. One of the things I was thinking about is because drawing those numbers actually takes a pretty decent amount of the compute time for each frame, all the damage numbers. So I was thinking about how do I keep the same idea but draw less numbers, because they kind of do come up so much that you can't even read them. And I thought, well, what if every second I just took, uh, this is challenging. Okay, I made it out. What if every second I took all the damage on an enemy of a certain element, like poison or regular or whatever, healing. I think that's the only 3 that would be in right now. And every second it just added them all up and showed you one damage number instead of like 100 or whatever is on the screen at one time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I need some of that health. Give me that health. I can barely see it in the background, but alright, back it full off. Time to shoot some bugs. Let's see. I don't have a bee sprite, so for some of the bees I replaced the bee sprite, but not some of the boss stuff. But there are some of the bugs here that aren't bees. That will be bees later. I'm almost dead again. Oh, another thing you probably noticed, but I didn't say it, was that listen to your guys' advice. Dang it! No, I'm still recording apparently. Okay, that's good. I took your guys' advice and made the bullets 2 different color. And not 2 different colors, 2 different types. So my normal shot is like this, and bug shots are pointy. Right now they're like kind of like triangles. I actually wanted to, since I shoot circles, I wanted to turn a circle inside out. And so you can barely see it when it's so small, but the enemy shots are kind of like a concave or convex. I don't know which one, but it kind of it's like if you took a circle and cut it up into 3 pieces and then smushed it back together. It's kind of what their shots are like. So I'm probably gonna stop playing. I showed you guys. This is already a 40-minute video. I showed you guys pretty much all the new stuff. I hope you like it. I hope you check out the game. Have fun with it one day. I hope you like the new sprites. Let me know what you think. Um, Again, if you're watching this from the future when my game is successful, and you like the art style, and Paul is not already gainfully employed, check him out, Pixel Paul on Fiverr. Um, yeah, good guy. Good work. Okay, guys, have a good week. I'll see you next Friday. Ah! Your attachment to your life is holding you back. Alright, I'll end on that.